Hi, welcome to another video on my pneumatic hand and robotic arm of fischertechnik. Last time I focused on the pivoting motor I should say, for the arm, and this time I want to do the same. And I want this time to replace this motor, because last time it showed very clearly that this motor is not up to its task. A motor that can be up to its task is this power motor, also fischertechnik, and this power motor. Now you see the difference in colors, and that is because one motor is with a ratio of 8:1 and this motor is 20:1. So the question is, which motor suits best? To check that, I have a power controller. So what I do is check both, or connect either one to a power controller. And there you see how fast it can run. So that is pretty fast, and 20:1, and that was 20:1, and this is 8:1. So let's check this one. Which is even faster. So this motor is not really suitable for the task, and this one is better. I do have another one, 50:1, which probably is still better, but for now this one will do. And in order to use this one, I will have to reconstruct this whole thing. Now last time I put this extra gear here to have the motor some distance, and I think I hope that that could be with this motor as well, and I think with some more gears that just could be possible, because when I want to use this here I have to reconstruct here everything, and I don't like to do that. So let's first remove this construction. And you remember from previous videos that this shifts out, this gearbox shifts away from this due to the load, to the weight of the arm. So let's see how this ends up. Maybe it's easy, maybe it's a tough task, we'll see. So in an attempt to get it working, first I move this motor, put this motor on, but then what should be the distance? And that is a very interesting question. This is obviously too short. So with this one, let me just put it in. a distance ring on this. Fixed here. Would that be nice when I just move it by hand? Yes, that would be very nice. So this should be about the construction. The direction clockwise, counterclockwise is completely irrelevant. I just noticed that this can be a problem because this is impossible. So how to fix that is probably with this element and push it in here somehow. Oops. Like this. And let's see how this works out. If it works out. Could be, but I need to remove these things as well. Before I can go any further. Don't touch the camera. Although I would need these to somehow to put the motor on. So I'll have to think about that as well. Although this is too close a distance for the gear. But this one has to go. That is hard. To do it with it. But I also see that this is too much and this would probably fit nicely. So I'll have to find something to get it done with care. So the second gear here is now connected with a connection here to keep the distance, I hope, and to keep this one just in its place. Here I use the same pieces, but now in this situation. And now the question is, will this hold? And that should be the case. So I put this one in here and a similar one on the other side. I can shift it a little bit inside the gear. and that way it should work. The question is, will it work? And in order to see that, I will run the software. And let's see what happens in this case. So first see if the motor runs, and I have no doubt that it will. It runs way too fast. It runs way too fast, so I really need to change the code for that. And let me just see. And the pivoting motor runs at 7, so let's put the speed at 1. Let's see once again. And that is a problem with the situation. This is a little bit too flexible. Alright, even at 1, can I do it at half? That's a good, nice idea. I don't know if it even works. So, let's try it. No. It expands an integer instead of a floating point, and 0.5 is floating point, so lower than 1 can't be done. This also means that, let's just pull it a little bit back. Another idea, let's just observe how fast the motor actually runs at 1. That is very, very fast. So either I need a delaying construction here, or I need a different motor. So that's something to think about. Right now, given the troubles I have here constructing this, I prefer a different motor. Let's see how that works out. So I have taken a motor which is quite similar, but has a 1:125 ratio. It is not really fischertechnik, but it's the same maker. And let's see how this works out. When I hold it, And this is a problem. Let's take it back a little bit. It is too flexible. The whole setup is a bit too flexible. And also you can see that one direction lasts longer than the other. So, well, this motor is a lot better. This construction needs to improve, and I need to do something about the timing, but I'm not quite sure what to do with that. So first of all, this is an issue. And the very big question is how to solve it, but I think I do, because this is about the same height . These are about the same height, and this is almost the same height. So with this it may end up below the gear, which of course is not the intention. But this may be the answer to this construction. Anyway, this motor is certainly the solution, and I think let me just try it, how easy I can change that. A motor comes off. So when I put this in, how easy does it get? When I put this on, just a very simple experiment. It is too high, like this. And when I turn this around, that turns out to be even impossible to use. So that is not an option at all. So this is something that I have to use, this construction. So how to stabilize it? That is a very good question. Probably just with this, but this isn't stable enough. Anyway, when turning it around is certainly part of the solution, and and how it will go further, I don't know. But so far I think it's something. So for now, thanks for watching, and to be continued.